Okay, I think we're good. Oh, shoot. Okay. I forgot sometimes when I have it like this, it would end up making the stream a little laggy. Happens to me sometimes. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, I was looking up some political things for jokes. Alright, so we are here. Alright, hello there everybody, this is Marbavian13 here, and welcome to another thing of randomness. And today's random issue is going to be about how to be a man, because I think that I'm not manly enough for you all out there. So maybe this will be a good time for me to get educated on what it means to be a man. So, let's go ahead and try this one out right over here. Find out how to be a man by following these simple truths. Okay. Goals before girls. Okay, let's see about what it means to be a man.
What's up, what's up? Just got done running the mountain up here.
Hey, what's up, Alex? What's up?
What does it really mean to be a man? You hear people tell others to man up all the time. In the year 2017, how exactly is a man supposed to act? Most people just tell you that you need to have confidence. And while this is definitely something that a real man has, it's not the full story. To start being the man that you were literally designed to be, there are some simple truths that you should strive to live by. No man...
How you do today, Alex?
So there will be times when you try to live by these truths and come up short. But as long as air fills your lungs, you should always strive to live by what you're about to learn. Step number 1, always push beyond your limit. So many guys sail through life and become too complacent. They get a middle-class job, make enough money to be fairly comfortable, and they stay stuck inside of a little egg of comfort their entire life. To be a real man, you should always push your limits and live beyond your comfort zone. In anything that you do in life, you know what your true limit is, and you should constantly strive to push beyond this limit. For example, think about your current social skills. If you have a close circle of friends, you probably feel comfortable talking to them. This is your comfort zone, and you probably feel great staying within this zone. In this situation, a man would strive to push just beyond his comfort zone. So talk to some strangers and get comfortable chasing your fears and escaping your comfort zone in everything you do.
Okay.
Number 2, never put girls above your purpose. A real man never puts a girl above his true purpose in life. If you're young, you probably don't know what that purpose in life is, but you'll soon find out. As a young guy,
okay.
your purpose in life right now.
Alright, okay, so it seems... Okay, wait a minute. Is Alex still here? Yeah, Alex is still here. Okay. Okay, so far, I can only see that I have to push beyond my limits, which I guess that is true because I think I'm trying to push myself to get into uncomfortable situations so I can be better when it comes to things. Okay, I think that's a good thing. Okay, never put girls above your purpose. Okay, so I'm guessing I should not have a girlfriend. I guess it could be good in a way. I'm not exactly sure.
Might be doing well in school or preparing for a good career. Maybe it's becoming the best basketball player in your state. A lot of guys put a girl before their purpose. And what this does is weaken your core as a man. Let's imagine that my true purpose is to create nanobots that can completely eliminate disease. To get to that point, I need to first complete many other financial goals so that I have enough money to fund the research. Imagine I had a girlfriend that I really love. When I say never put a girl above your purpose, it means that if it came down to it and I was forced to choose, I would choose my purpose over the girl. She knows that I love her, but she also understands that I will never put her above my true calling in life. In most cases, you won't actually have to choose between the two. What's important is holding the belief in your head that your purpose is...
Okay, I guess I can't understand that. Like, sometimes the girlfriend would... I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I am just saying that I've seen this before on TV and perhaps even when I went to high school or something like that, that sometimes the girl has... How am I supposed to say it? I think you all know what I mean though. Sometimes it is good to have a job rather than have a girl. at the moment. But if you are wanting to have a girl, then you can go ahead and just go for it, man. But for me, being a content creator is something that I just love doing. I'm like, it's like, to me, I don't give a darn about the views, because the views are just numbers. But I just love making content because I just love it. Like, putting your ideas out there and getting people to laugh and talk about things and so forth like that. It's some of the cool things about being a content creator. And I wouldn't trade that up even if I were to have a girl.
Is more important, no matter what. This will keep your masculine energy high, and it will allow you to make the right decisions when your girl is testing you. Step number 3, never defeat yourself to make your girl happy. As a man, you know deep down what the right decision is. It is important to listen to the girl you're with, but you should never betray your own knowledge and gut feelings just to please her. For a simple example, imagine you're offered a promotion at work. Your girlfriend suggests that you shouldn't take it because it will have you working longer hours and she'll rarely see you again. You know, deep down in your gut, based on your own knowledge and intuition, that you need to take the promotion. You should consider her suggestions, but if it causes you to betray what you know is the right choice, you must never change your mind just to please her. Put simply, listen to your girlfriend, consider what she has to say, but always make your own decision. Never make a decision.
Okay, so the guy is saying that the girlfriend was, it's like if you were to get like a promotion and your girlfriend was telling you, saying, no, you cannot take that promotion because she thinks that she would not see you again. But that is not true. All it is just different work hours. And also, perhaps in the promotion, you'll be able to take more days off and stuff. So technically, having a promotion is definitely the good thing. And it's always just like a Dragon Ball Z. Sometimes there are times when Goku was like saying, it looks like I'm at my peak, but I know I can push it. And so he pushed it to become Ultra Instinct.
Decision just because you think it will please your girlfriend. Step number 4, know thy fear. So many guys today are working jobs that they hate. They're living in relationships that they
Yeah, we're good.
don't want to be in strictly out of fear. They're staying awkward and shy because they haven't acknowledged the fact that they're scared of improving or scared of failing. A man who knows his fears is much more trustworthy than a man who doesn't even know what he is afraid of. If you're a younger guy, think about what's holding you back in social situations. Maybe you don't do very well with girls because you're afraid of rejection. A real man intimately knows his fears, and he's always leaving his comfort zone to hunt them down and squash them.
Yeah, sometimes I have a thing when it comes to talking to people. Like, I know there's words I'm going to say, but the words just won't come out because due to the fact that I might be scared on how the other person would think. Like, if I were to somehow talk to a girl, talk to a girl about video games, or talk to the girl about what is it like to be a content creator, she may not understand what it means to be a content creator until she makes up her own content and actually understands. Unless, of course, that I would show her the ropes, and then she'll figure out the rest as she goes along when it comes to becoming a content creator. And then also at the fact is that I just don't know on how to really talk to people. Like, I normally look at people from the eyes and see their facial expressions and their facial expressions and body language in order for me to interpret on what I think that they might react to my words. Like, I would come up with words before they finish their sentence, or perhaps even before they began to talk to me. So, yeah, there's a whole lot of scenarios that can go on inside my head. So, yeah, you could definitely say I think more like a robot than a human being.
Number 5, always keep your heart open. So many guys, young and old, have sealed off their heart because of pain. Many of us have been through a tough relationship that didn't end well. And since that point in
I can understand that.
we closed our hearts because of the pain. This is so important. If some girl broke your heart a long time ago, or even recently, it sucks. You probably feel so much pain inside. There is a process that you must pass through, but the mistake that so many guys make is going through the healing process and sealing their heart after.
Okay, I see what the guy's talking about. The guy is like saying, sometimes it's like a guy bottling his emotions. At some point, it's going to be like a soda. It's going to be shaking up so much that it's going to explode. So yeah, I do believe that a guy should not, like, hold on to his emotions or bottle them up. He's got to let it out sometime. Because if you keep your emotions bottled, it's going to be, trying to get over it.
Any weak guy can have his heart broken and choose to close it off for good, so no other person will hurt him. But it takes a real man to keep his heart open to others, even when it's full of pain caused by someone or something else. It doesn't even have to be a relationship. It could be an epic failure with a friendship, or even something like missing the winning shot at the end of a basketball game. If you get real tense when thinking about it, practice opening up your chest and keep your heart open. Put simply, don't let the pain negatively affect how you approach new experiences and people in life. Step number 6, accept the cycles. A real man understands that everything in life comes in cycles. Even ancient humans understood the fact that all of life flows through cycles. But what are they? When I say cycles, I'm talking about summer and winter, hot and cold, up and down. A man's life, as is the case with everything else in the universe, travels through cycles. And once you understand this...
Okay. Man, this guy has a lot of things to say about being a man. Let's see what it says down in the comments. Girls will always test you have to find a strong mind and frame. How to be a man. First, suffer. You know suffering. And you must have the will to keep going, mentally and physical. Man, a lot of people are totally awesome. Man, way to go, guys. Gotta love how to be a man. Alright, let's go take a look into another video. That video was definitely informational. Let's see here. MBeast 100X coaches you on how to be a man. The coolest fit of the crew. I guess we'll take a look at this one. Let's see what it is about being a man.
For approximately 80 years, the notion of what a man should be like has been heavily influenced by the idea of cruel. The cast of seductively cruel figures includes Humphrey Bogart, Jean-Paul Belmondo, Marcello Mastroianni, James Bond, Bob Dylan, Ryan Gosling, and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch, cool. Okay.
But they succeed anyway. They are physically confident. They can scale a mountain or saunter down a deserted street in the middle of the night. If they have to kill someone, they'll do it neatly with minimal fuss. They don't worry. They're self-contained and sure of themselves. Their trousers are always a perfect fit. They express themselves briefly, but their words are always to the point. They're not meek in the face of authority, but they don't crave power themselves. They are independent. The essential characteristic of the cool man is an aura of invulnerability, well handled, without any...
Okay, I might want to take a look at that one later because, yeah, it's a cool video, don't get me wrong. I just might want to look at that one later. Man, there's a whole lot of things about what it means to be a man. Okay, now this guy over here, he's bald, and I know that bald people are wise people.
And in this video, I'm going to tell you how to be a man. Okay, let's talk about how to make you into a man, how to be a man. I love this topic. I'm so excited about this topic. I've been waiting to talk about this, and I want to shoot more videos just about what it takes to be masculine, also what it takes to be feminine, and the interaction between the two. I just love studying female and male psychology. It's so fascinating to me. Ever since I got into pickup, and I really started to dig my way out of a deep hole that I dug myself into through my whole life, where I had no success with relationships or sex. Basically, I committed to digging myself out of that hole, committed to studying a lot of material about the dynamics and what it takes to attract the opposite sex, how that actually
I guess this guy would be like me sometimes. I had to read a lot. Sometimes I had to read a lot of books in order for me to understand the grasp on what it means to attract a woman. But I guess book learning might not be a good thing. Because anyone could just read those books.
not just the popular cultural stereotypes, but actually how it works.
Yep.
And practicing it in
Darn
the
it.
field, talking to thousands and thousands of women. It's ridiculous. The amount of development that I got from that personally has been amazing. It's been one of the most rewarding things that I've done. And I think one of the best things for my own masculinity, because I learned so much about what it takes to be a man. And there are actually very, very clear principles of what it means to be masculine. And when you become more in touch with your masculinity as a guy, it's amazing. You start to feel like you're really yourself. You start to feel authentic.
Oh,
You know
let's see. Okay, I was about to say, is my live stream not doing okay?
And you stop being a pussy and you start actually taking the bull by the horns, and it feels amazing. This is what your life as a man should be. So if you haven't yet tapped into this, if you're still young, if you're going through high school or college especially, wow. And like if you're kind of in your early 20s or mid-20s, this is the perfect opportunity for you to really tap into your masculinity. This is such an amazing idea. All right, so what does it really mean to be a man?
Okay, sorry if I had to turn the video. Maybe I'll come back to that one. Okay, I'm possibly going to come back to that one later. Let's see here. How to be a man trailer. Okay, after finding a lump in his man boob, fearing certain death. A former comedian, okay. 10 things every woman wants in a man. How to be the perfect boyfriend or husband. Oh, okay, this one over here. Definitely gonna need to learn this.
Starting the Orderman YouTube channel and the blog and the podcast, I've got a lot of questions about manhood. I've got a lot of questions about what it means to be a man. And I've got a lot of definitions from people who are chiming in, telling me what it means to be a man.
There you go. There you go. Skill sets that every man must master.
You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be a master. I don't have them all figured out. You don't have them all figured out. There's no person out there that has all 8 of these figured out. But if you work on these things, if you work on these 8 skill sets, and you're constantly trying to improve, which is what I think is a measure of a man, somebody who's constantly trying to improve, then I believe you have the right to call yourself a man. So let's run through these 8 skill sets that I've identified. The very first skill set that I've identified is relationships. Now, these aren't any particular, but I do believe that relationships could be arguably the #1 skill set that you need to develop. Now, it could be a relationship with
Maybe canoeing.
it could be a relationship with your family. It could be a relationship with friends and colleagues. But there's no man out there who achieved any levels of success without some help along the way. Now, I do realize that there are some outliers who maybe accomplished certain things or have done big things when they pulled themselves up in the corner. But for the most of us, 99% of the guys out there, we're going to need some help. We're going to need some assistance. We're going to need a team to help us to accomplish the things.
Yeah, that's right. Teamwork for manliness.
Develop relationships to help you succeed, but then also to help those people in your life succeed and accomplish what it is that they want to accomplish. Now, the next skill set is intellect. We have to.
Intellect.
We have.
Okay, I'm sorry everybody, but I'm totally down with intellect, but if I were to rate my, if I were to put this intellect thing down in Dungeons and Dragons terms, then possibly my intellect would possibly be around maybe 3 or 5 or so, somewhere around there. So maybe I'm not that smart. Maybe you all out there would be like high-level mages, and you possibly could possess a much more higher intellect so you can cast more spells. Well, for me, I'm more of a warrior who doesn't need intellect to go on over there and start winning the day.
We have to continue to learn. Our skill set, this skill set is particularly hard because it takes time, it takes energy, it takes humility, which I know as a man is not my strong point, but you've got to be humble enough to realize that you don't know it all. I don't know it all, but somebody out there does, and we can learn whatever it is we want to learn. It's right in the palm of our hand, literally with our cell phone, to be able to access the information that we want to access. We cannot...
I don't use my cell phone, so I'm sort of technological illiterate sometimes.
Guys, it happens all the time. We didn't know that was going to happen. We didn't know. That is not...
Okay, sorry everybody. I just gotta pause it for just a moment. Is that if anyone out there who loves to play with their phones a lot, hit the like button. Oh, that would tell me how smart you are. I'm kidding. You can all go ahead and do whatever.
You should know, and if you want to call yourself a man, you've got it figured out. Now, the next skill set is leadership. At some point in your life, you will be called, if you have not already, to a leadership position. Now, it could be leadership in your church, it could be leadership in your family, it could be leadership in the community, it could be at your job, it could be wherever, but at some point, you are going to be called upon as a leader. And one of the primary functions of a man is to lead.
Okay, so I had to pause it again, but that just reminds me of a story from when I was working at McDonald's. Sometimes it's like when I was working at McDonald's that the lines were busy in the front of the house. I call it the front of the house because you all know that sometimes when I work, it just feels like I'm at home, which I'm not saying that in a bad way. I am just saying, sometimes knowing that you're so well adjusted into the place that it might become like a work home at work. So like that, you all get the idea, and that sometimes the lines and stuff gets to become chaotic, and so when I got there, I was like, oh, sometimes I was there and I was like, oh man, and then I was like, hold the line and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. It's been quite a while since the last time I worked at McDonald's, but that's as far as I can remember when it comes to things like that. Like, I came in there, get the customer's orders, I would love to help out and back, but then my manager would just say, no dude, you gotta be up there. And I was like, okay. Oh man. Sometimes saving a day is not so important, but knowing that you made a difference in some areas, that's leadership right there.
Lead his family and lead his tribe. And so at that point, when you're called upon to be a leader, it's really going to come down to you and what you know how to lead people, how do you connect with people, and how you're able to lead them out of a situation into a place that they could not have imagined going on their own. The next skill set is manly skills. Now, when
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, F yeah. F yeah, that's right there. Friggin' manly skills. We're talking about like building a shed. We're talking about going over there to your farm and plow, harvest, and so forth. And also going down into your garage and make stuff with your hands. You know, it's stuff like that. It's something I would love to do. It's like, let's see here. The only things I can remember that I did with my hands was possibly like setting up my PC. And possibly going over to, when I was in middle school, I went over to wood shop. So, let's see here. Yeah, I think I remember I was in wood shop, and then I was in welding, and all the other bunch of stuff when I was in school. So yeah, working with an acetylene torch was totally pretty darn awesome, especially when you gotta wear those helmets that protects your eyes and your face from the fires and stuff. And also, well, 2 pieces of metal together. Yeah. Things they could do with your hands is definitely something to be a man about.
Being able to change the oil on the car, it's sharpening your knife, it's throwing a baseball, all of those things, but it's more than that. Being a man and having this skill set done, which is manly skill, is about resourcefulness. The prime example that I always use is MacGyver. How he
Yeah, MacGyver!
match and a shoestring and get himself out of any situation. At some point, you will be in a situation, again, if you have not already, where you will need to look around and utilize the resources that are available within your reach to help you get out of the sticky situation or to get you to where you want to be. And your measure of resourcefulness and your ability to be good with manly skills and figure things out on the fly is going to determine your level of success when it comes to that. For example,
Okay, sorry if I had to pause it again. It is just that MacGyver can make anything. He can actually make anything that is around them. And some people put down in the comments of MacGyver videos that MacGyver can make up a nuclear reactor by putting up some bubblegum and a paperclip together to make a nuclear reactor. Oh man, MacGyver put him in.
do a lot of things around the house 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, I would not have been able to figure them out. In fact, I probably created more of a mess trying to figure it out than I did trying to fix it or just leave it alone. But I get better, and that's what it's all about. Developing manly skills. Chopping wood, throwing a baseball, changing the oil on your car, doing a tune-up on the truck, whatever it may be, you need to learn to pick up the tools, to use those tools. Those are the things that are there to help us be men. Now, the very next
Heck yeah.
talk about is one that hits close to home, and that is that of money. I'm a financial advisor by trade, and it's amazing to me to see how many people do not have their money situation under control. And to be successful, to be the man that you can be, you've got to have your money under control. You need to know how to pay off debt. You need to be out of debt. You need to be saving money. You need to be doing all of those things with your money and your career and your business and your finance and your house in order to be successful. We've been given this money, whatever level of wealth you're at right now, you are a steward over that. If you want more wealth in your life to accomplish the things you want to accomplish, you've got to be better with your money. And as soon as you find out how to be better with your money,
Yeah, we all know about money.
the next skill set is physical fitness. This one
Physical fitness. Man, it's been a long time since the last time I went to a gym.
more than what I weighed today, and I was miserable. I was out of shape, I was lazy, I was tired, I was whatever, I was a slob. And once I started working out, once I started eating better, everything changed around. Not just my physical appearance, but my relationships with my kids, my relationship with my wife, my love life, my business, you name it, everything improved when I started to become more physically fit.
Yeah, I guess that could be true in one way or another. Being healthy is the way to go, baby. Okay, let's see here. Man, seriously. Wait a minute. My webcam. Oh, son of a gun. Okay, oh man, I forgot this is a little Inception thing. I forgot about the camera. Okay, let's see. Oh. There we go. There we go.
Now, one of the primary functions as a man is that of protection. And you will not be able to serve or to live up to that full measure of protection or being able to provide or protect for your family if you are not physically fit or at least working on getting more fit. And that comes down to eating better, eliminating the sugars, exercising, and doing all those things that you can and you already know what to do. Now it's just a matter of taking action and implementing those things. The next skill set is self-mastery. It's all about the mind. Whatever you think is what's going to happen. You cannot take anything out of life that you already haven't put into life. And what I mean by that is that if you're filling your mind with garbage, whether it's pornography or it doesn't matter what it is, if garbage is going into your mind, the only result is going to be garbage. But if you want success in your life, you've got to have the right things going into your head. You've got to have
Okay.
moving forward so that you can succeed.
Self-mastery. So I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe I need to go ahead and possibly do something with, I really gotta try to become a better content creator, but it might be pretty hard because due to how my mind thinks. So yeah, I'll definitely gonna try to work on it though.
And you can do the things that you want to do. Now, the very last topic that I want to talk about, the skill set, is that of style and fashion. And I know a lot of guys.
Oh, style and fashion. Style and fashion. Trust me, I'm all about fashion. We're at Jurassic Park, baby. What could be more manly than that?
Me included, maybe even just 6 months ago.
Talking about freaking dinosaurs.
If I would have told you that style and fashion is all about being manly. Most people don't believe it is. But what real men realize is that they can use their appearance, they can use their style, they can use their fashion as a construction worker may use a hammer to build a house. If you can learn to use fashion and style as a tool to help you get what you want to, then you will be able to accomplish more. I'll give you a
Sorry for pausing it, but I guess I can't understand. There was an old saying back in the day there was an old saying called, "It's the suit that makes the man," or "It's the clothes that makes the man." I'm not exactly sure how that goes.
prime example. If you have a guy going in to do an interview and he's dressed extremely well and he looks professional, he looks sharp, he has so much more likelihood of getting that position that he wants. Now, on the other hand, we've all been out, we've all seen slobs, and we've all seen guys wandering around in shorts and flip-flops and beat-up shorts and ragged shirts. And what do you think about that person? First impression, whether it's fair or not, it's legitimate. So we've got to use our style and fashion to our advantage and be able to do the things that we want to do. So let's recap real quick the 8 skill sets that I
Okay. I guess I can understand that. Oh. Okay. Huh. Let me see how, let's see, is the volume too low?
think are absolutely necessary for every man to be the man that he can become. Number 1 is relationships. Building relationships with people in your life that will help you get what you want to accomplish. Number 2, it's intellect. Being smart, not using ignorance as an excuse.
Alright. Okay, sorry for backspacing that video, but man, that was definitely very informational. Like, I never thought that it could be that much when it comes to being a man. But, oh well, I guess it's something I gotta learn. Like, I definitely gotta learn to dress better. I might need to know that for sure, because I am mostly graphic tees. Like, I got graphic tees of video games, graphic tees of freaking Star Trek, graphic tees of Star Wars, graphic tees of Jurassic Park, graphic tees of the Avengers, Captain America, so forth like that. If I were to go over to a job and then the manager, boss, interviewer, whatever would see me dressing up like Captain America, then maybe I'll get the job. But then at the same time, the person who's going to be interviewing me would say, "Who the frick is this weird guy? You need to get him out of here." Jordan Preston, what it means to be a man. Okay, let's see. Jordan B. Preston is a Canadian clinical psychologist and professor of psychology at the University of Ontario. Okay, let's see. Here it goes. The art of manliness. Always rely on this for manly stuff.
People rely on you to be prepared, precise, and prompt. And
Oh, look at all that bread.
in ProMaster City.
That is awesome bread.
Juggalos.
Hi there, Brett McKay from theartofmanliness.com. Since starting The Art of Manliness nearly 6 years ago, I've interacted with thousands of men from all over the world. And one thing that I've learned over the years is that many grown men out there simply don't feel like men. Now, I'm not talking about feeling like a man in the cartoonish, hyper-masculine sense.
Yeah. Randy Macho Man Savage manliness.
Boyhood into mature masculinity. Many of the guys I've talked to, particularly the ones in their 20s and 30s, have confessed to me that they still feel like a teenage boy, except now they're just walking around in a grown man's body. Because they don't feel like mature men, many of these young men are putting off adult responsibilities like careers, families, and civic involvement until they can look at themselves in the mirror and say, I'm a man. In the meantime, these young men
manliness,
life wondering when they'll finally start feeling like grown men. Now, these young men feel lost because they're following modern conventional wisdom on how a person becomes who they want to be. Conventional wisdom tells us that before we do something, we first need to feel like doing it or feel like the kind of person who would do that sort of thing. Doing otherwise would be inauthentic or something like that. And in order to feel like doing something, so the thinking goes, you need to get yourself in the right mindset, or go off and find yourself, or discover your deep inner truth, or some other woo-woo thing like that. So young men, following conventional wisdom, drift through life waiting until they feel like a man before they take their place in the circle of men. They believe at some magical moment in the future, they'll suddenly feel like a grown man, and once that happens, they'll finally have the motivation to start doing manly things. But the problem with conventional wisdom on how a person becomes is that it doesn't work, at least not very well. 9 times out of 10, you won't.
Okay, so waiting to be a man is not a good thing. Okay.
Man. So how can you start feeling like the man you've always wanted to be? By following the advice given by both ancient philosophers and modern psychologists. To feel like a man, you have to act like a man.
Oh, okay, act like a man.
Several ancient cultures and religions.
Alright. I can only assume that since I've been... this might be one of my shortest live streams ever. Yeah, maybe I should go ahead and call it quits for this live stream here. I can definitely see that there are no viewers on, and I thought that we all can learn what it means to be a man. And then we all can go ahead and have ourselves a good conversations on what it means to be a man, have ourselves some jokes, and so forth like that. Let's see, maybe it's also because of today. Oh, today is indeed Sunday. So people could be out. Oh, man, I should really do these live streams a little bit more earlier if that is the case. Oh, well then everybody, I guess I may as well start the live stream from here. And I'm sorry if it's a bit short compared to how I usually do it, but it is just due to the fact is that maybe I did these live streams at a later time than what I usually do. I have no idea. But I'll try to do early live streams. But as a matter of fact, maybe it's a consistent time. I don't know. Maybe people are not that interested in becoming manly. Man, I was really hoping that we all can just have fun, talk about what it means to be a man, have some jokes, discuss what they do in order for them to be a man, so forth like that. You all get the idea. Just trying to make up a conversations now. But anyways, everybody, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.